Hello everyone. My name is Firas. I work with our blockchain, and I'm here today actually to talk with you guys and to explain to you the HCS-10, the potential of AI agents that you could use in your use cases for the hackathon and yeah, in your future startups. I'm very happy to be here with you, and yeah. If you agree with me, guys, I want this session to be interactive. So if you have any question or any thoughts, please share it with me and we can talk through it, okay? Yeah. Today we will talk about AI agents and this era is crazy. Like it's so crazy. Like we've started with creating algorithm that uses artificial intelligence, and after that we moved to AI agents, and now we are making AI agents talk to each other. Like imagine like an AI agent talks to another AI agent and they are interacting with each other and making thoughts, having conclusion and triggering other actions. Like it is like crazy, like creating an AI agent autonomous, and on top of all of that, like it is decentralized and using decentralized technology. So all the informations they are in private channels, encrypted, like nobody can access it except the concerned in that channel. So that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's what we will be explaining today. So today we will explore together the HCS-10 Open Convey, yeah, Open Conv AI or Open Convey, which is actually a cool standard designed to empower AI agents to autonomously discover, communicate, and collaborate, all while leveraging the Hedera consensus algorithm or HCS. And yes, let's dive into that standard. Is there any of you who already know what HCS is? Yeah, you can type in the messages, guys. Okay. Uh, or you can, if you want to speak, yes. Do you know what HCS means? HCS, Hedera Consensus Service. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Hedera Consensus Service, right? But do you know like the utility of this the service? It is very important. Okay, guys. You don't know? Okay, I will assume that you don't know, and I will explain this from the beginning. So, before we dive into HCS-10 Open Convey, let's first understand the core technology behind it. So, as you already guessed, it's HCS-10. It is a standard, so the technology behind it, it's Hedera Consensus Service or HCS. And this service actually it powers OpenConvey and many other decentralized application on Hedera network that uses, of course, AI agents. So Hedera Consensus Service, it is a decentralized service provided by Hedera Hashgraph Network that enables secure, fast, fair transaction ordering, unlike traditional blockchain systems where transactions they are validated by a single party or a small group, let's say, of validators. And HCS actually uses a highly efficient consensus algorithm to reach agreement on transaction order and a decentralized and trustless way. But yeah, I think I'm talking very difficult in here. Let's try to talk in a less complex words. Let's try together to understand what is HCS. Let me give you an example. Yeah, imagine, guys, you and your friends. I am friend with you, so let's imagine all of us. We are playing in a game, okay? Playing a game on a big playground, okay? We are playing a game together, and you all want to know who's first in the line in order to ride the slide, okay? So there is a big slide in the playground, and we need to agree together who's the one or who will be first in the queue in order to ride this slide, okay? But actually there is a rule, the rule that no one can decide on their own, okay? So for example, I could decide for my friend to go first, and he could decide for me if I go first or second or third or whatever. Okay, so everyone needs to agree on the order, and it has to be fair. Okay, but actually, in here there is a problem. How do you all agree who goes first? Okay, so in our game, one of the friends, let's call him, I don't know, Yusuf. Okay, so he decides to push someone ahead in the line, but now everyone else argues because they don't agree on the order. Okay, and the game, it is a mess, so people start feeling bad and the game stops being fun, and it is not the purpose of a game. So the purpose of a game, it's being fun. Okay, and we are losing that. So let's imagine now if we implement HCS to this problem. Okay, so let's imagine that, yeah, let's HCS is a magic rule book. Okay, it is called Hedera Consensus Service. It will help everyone agree on the right order of the line fairly and securely. So instead of arguing, HCS will help everyone see the exact order of who should be first, second, and third, etc., based on the rules of the game. So HCS, like, let's say, a group of referees who make sure that the game is played fairly. It quickly checks what everyone is saying and decides on the right order. So it will listen to everyone, to the order of everyone. And because we trust this referee or these referees, we are not mad. Okay, we are not angry because they will make the right the right choice for us, the fair choice for us. So no one can change the order after it is decided, and everyone can trust it. That what is HCS. So let's imagine an HCS in a real use case. Okay, let me give you a scenario, like managing a supply chain of goods, for example. Let's imagine a company that sells smartphones. Okay, Apple. Okay, Apple. So let's imagine Apple, and it is a part of a large supply chain network. Okay, and that's very obvious. So in the supply chain network, there is many parties involved. Okay, we have suppliers, we have warehouses, we have shipping companies, we have retailers. There is a lot of parties in this supply chain, and each of these players, they have their own data, their own inventory levels, their own delivery schedules and orders. And the problem in here is how to establish communication between all of these parties in the same time, because like all of these parties, they have like different goals, different objectives, and they need to make money. Okay, so they need to agree on which time to deliver, etc., etc. So in the current world, like these different companies, often they have their own systems, okay, which don't always talk to each other well, okay? If one company updates its system late or makes a mistake, like the whole supply chain can get messed up, it could go south. For example, like let's say a warehouse might say they have 500 phones in stock, but in reality they have only 300. Like this could lead to delays and mistakes and even make the company lose money. Okay, or if I say, for example, if I may, yeah, I am late on delivering the phones, okay, and I have contact with the delivery company or the shipping company, okay, so that slot will be full, okay, and yeah, since I'm delaying the thing, the shipping company will be losing money. Okay, so communication is key in supply chain, and that's very important. And how HCS actually helps in this use case. Now, let's try to bring it with HCS. The entire supply chain can use the same shared ledger, which I think you already guessed it. It is Hedera Hashgraph, where all transactions, when I say transaction, I'm talking about stock updates, delivery schedules, etc., they are automatically agreed upon by all participants on the same ledger. Okay, so here's how it works. Like HCS, it ensures that all parties, they are in sync, and that's very important. And every time something happens in the supply chain, like when an order is placed or a product is shipped, HCS helps to agree on the exact order of events. Okay, so this will ensure that all players, like suppliers, warehouse, retailers, they have the same understanding of what is happening and when. one other important thing is the real-time updates. Like imagine a supplier gets a shipment of 1,000 phones. HCS records this instantly and ensures that the warehouse and the retailer immediately knows. Okay, so this way everyone can trust the data and make decisions quickly without worrying about mistakes. Okay, and of course, there is no need for central authority. Like normally, someone would have to keep track of the supply chain. Like imagine me, like I'm the centralized authority and I'm trying to record all the information for all parties. Like it is very difficult and it is humanly nearly impossible. Okay, so yeah, like a manager or a central server, yeah, it is very difficult. But with these kinds of technologies, like HCS, like all the parties involved can see the same information at the same time without needing to rely on any single authority, and everyone can trust that the data is real, fair, and accurate, and after that they could make decision. Okay, so that's very important. So HCS, it is a service that makes you communicate with other authorities or other parties. Okay, so that's the bigger image. Do you have any questions? So, warehouse all parties must declare each movement. Yeah, of course. On each step stock. Yeah, of course. That's the principle of supply chain. Yes. Uh, do you have question, guys? Did you understand at least HCS? Of course, HCS, like it is the Hedera consensus service. Okay, so they are using the consensus of Hedera, which relies on gossip to gossip protocol. So yes, actually yes, they are using gossip behind the scenes. God, it's so interesting. Thank you, Noor. Okay, let's wait for Boxer Boss. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Got it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So the bigger image, guys, Hedera Consensus Service is a service that give you the possibility to send messages inside of a network that relies on a specific consensus algorithm. Okay. And these messages, they are very, very important, guys. Why? When I say messages, I say topics. Okay. We call them topics. Okay. We call them topics in Hedera Consensus Service, and you will be hearing a lot about this word. And messages, they are very important, guys, because messages, they confirm, like they contain information, and information, it will trigger an action. Okay, it's very important. Like that's the principle of event listeners, event handlers, etc., etc. Like messages, they are very important. Messages, they are very important. But let's imagine, guys, like how this HCS works. Okay, so we are communicating between each other with HCS. Let's imagine that. Okay, so we will be having a very large pool. Okay, very big pool of messages that we have here. Okay, and everyone is communicating with each other. Like for example, I'm talking to Yusuf. Yusuf is talking to
Yeah.
Darkin. Mamadou is
Firas,
talking to.
sorry to interrupt. Are you sharing your screen or you have any presentation?
No, I'm not sharing my screen
Okay.
actually, but
Yeah, because the guys were asking in the chat, that's why. Thank you.
yeah, I will share my screen with you in a minute, guys. If you want me to open the camera, I can do it. But yeah, I will. Oh, yeah, I will share with the screen with you in a minute, guys. When I will show you the different technologies and how to use them. Okay, but this is
Sure.
an introduction actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you have your
just
answer, guys.
yeah, I'm just trying to explain to the boys, the girls, how to use HCS and its utility. Okay. So yeah, I think it is clear for them. And right now, I'm trying to give an example, like a use case where we use these HCS thing. Uh, okay, so let's imagine we are communicating together, guys, via HCS. Okay, so there will be a very large pool of messages because with HCS we are sending messages or topics. Okay, and these messages could contain, for example, hello, I have a question for you, could you explain for me HCS? This is an example of a message, for example, okay? And this pool will contain a lot of different topics, okay? So there is a problem in here. So if I am talking to Yusuf, he needs to filter all the messages in order to fetch mine, okay? Because he's communicating with me. So he would try, like, for example, to fetch my message, okay? And that's actually a problem, okay? That's a problem. And for that, like, I'll give you another example. Do you know about NFTs, guys? Yes, NFTs. Like, there is a lot of different tokens on chain. We are talking about NFTs, non-fungible tokens, fungible tokens, fractionalized NFTs, multi-tokens. There is a lot of standards. And pay attention, guys. Here I said standards. Because standards, they are very important. Why? NFTs, okay, they are non-fungible tokens. Okay, they are unique tokens. Yeah, got it. But behind the scenes, they are algorithms. Okay, they are codes. Okay, I could code my own NFTs and deploy it on chain. Okay, so for example, let's imagine I want to create an NFT for a Pokemon. Okay, let's call it Pikachu. Okay, and I will deploy this NFT, the metadata of the NFT, which contains the image, the name, and the description, etc., etc. Okay, so I will deploy this NFT, and my metadata will call. It will be something like this: a JSON that will contain key value pairs. Okay, so the key is name, the value is Pikachu, the description is the key, the value is blah blah blah. Okay, etc., etc., etc. And I deploy this on chain. On the other hand, we have, for example, Noor. Noor who wants to create another NFT. So she will make her own code and deploy the NFT on chain. And in the metadata, she will not do name Pikachu 2 or something like that. She will do title Pikachu 2. Okay? So she changed actually the key in here. And like these are two people. Imagine like thousands of people trying to create their own metadata. Like you will see metadata like name description, other ones you will see title description, other one you will see full name description. So there is like different keys. Like for example, a wallet. If you one of the key features of a wallet, it can shows you your NFTs. So for a word, it's very difficult to understand that name and title and full name means the same thing. Okay. So for that, we created actually something called a standard. Why NFTs? We call them ERC721 because the actual standard, it is named ERC721, and it gives you a unique template that you need to use in order for everybody to understand it. Okay, so that's why standards, they are very 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 important in communications. We need to create standards. So let's go back to our example of the HCS where we are all communicating in this big classroom and there is a pool of messages, etc., etc. So in order for Yusuf, for him to understand what I'm saying and like make the task easy for him to fetch my message, we need to create a standard between each other. Okay, so I will say, for example, Yusuf, if my message starts with hello Yusuf, that message came from me. Okay, so it's very important to create standards, and that's why Conv AI or OpenConvey, they created a standard for AI agents. Okay, that's very important. So if you have any question right now before I will share my screen to you guys, please feel free. I see some messages in the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. That's the definition of HCS exactly, event logs, etc., etc. Perfect, guys. Perfect. So, do you have any questions? Do you understand at least what a standard means? Okay, let me share the screen with you. Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Perfect. So Guys, we talked about standards, right? And we explained that standards makes communication better because they give you like we agree on a like a shared protocol between each other in order to communicate. Okay, and we talked that HCS is the Hedera Consensus Service, and it allows you to send messages. And actually, these guys, okay, HashGraph Online, they created standards for different topics. Okay, so HCS, we have HCS 1, 2, 3, 4, not 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. And today we will be talking about HCS-10, which is the standard of Open Convey, and it is actually the standards of AI agents. The standards that makes AI agents communicate between each other. Like I told you guys, these AI
Yeah,
agents will
sorry
be
to
getting.
interrupt. I think there is an issue now with your stream. Can you restart it again, maybe?
Okay, okay. Uh, yeah. Answering to the question of what is the full meaning of ERC 721? ERC 721 is a standard. Okay, I will show you the standard. You embedded. Yes. Talking about. Yeah. Crypto enthusiast said, "What is the full meaning of RPC 721?" Actually, buddy, it is not RPC 721. It is ERC
Yes, yes.
721, and it is like Ethereum ERC Ethereum request comment. It stands for Ethereum request comment. And 721 is basically a number. Okay, so it is the number of the standard. So as I told you, like in order to communicate with each other, like there is different sorts of NFTs. Like I could create my own NFT, but it cannot be readable by wallets because it doesn't follow the standard. Because NFTs, for example, they contain metadata, okay? And metadata, it is like a JSON, like it is like a template, okay? And it contains key value pairs like name, blah blah blah, description, blah blah blah, etc. etc. If we go like creating our NFTs without standards, like anyone could name his keys the way he wants. For example, I could name the key name. Yusuf could name the key title. Another one could name its full name. Okay, so it will be a mess. So a wallet, for example, that has a feature of displaying NFTs, it will find like a huge problem in reading like these kinds of data because they have different names and they means the same thing. Okay, so for that we need to agree on the same standard in order to read the data. Okay, so that's the purpose of a standard. And we convert an NFT from one standard to another. Actually, on every chain, we have every chain has its own standard. For example, Ethereum, they have the ERC standard. Near Protocol, they have the NEP standard. Hedera has got the HIP standard. Okay, so everyone have their own standards. Okay, and it really depends on the technology. Okay, for example, there is some chains that supports multi tokens. There is other chains that doesn't support multi token. Okay, so it really depends on the chain and the technology that you are using. What do you mean by communicating exactly, like transaction, etc.? No, uh, yeah, like, of course, transactions they are important, but imagine. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not able to share my screen, but imagine like this is the metadata of my NFT. Okay. So I created an NFT and this is the metadata of my NFT. Okay. And yeah, Yusuf will deploy his own NFT and his metadata is like this. Okay. So we have two different in here metadata. Okay. And for a wallet, for example, or any decentralized application that tries to display your NFTs, okay, so it will be confused because there is title and there is name and there are two different NFTs, okay, but title and name means the same thing. So for that we need to create a standard to agree that the first attribute will be name, the second one will be description, third one will be URI, for example, etc., etc. in order for all of us to communicate properly. Okay, got the picture. Thank you so much. How will early adopters of HCS from Africa benefit? Actually, HCS is the service that allows you to create like a network, okay, to no to send messages around the Hedera consensus service, and it really depends actually on the use case that you are using. You could use it in medical use case. You could use it on DeepIn or IoT use cases, on supply chain, on DeFi, for example. Like I'm trying to show you the HCS-10, which is a standard of messages of AI agents. Like imagine, Nura, that for example you bought Bitcoin at 60K, okay, and you want actually to sell it at 70K, okay, but you are probably super busy and you are not around your smartphone, or maybe I don't know, you are busy, okay. Let's take it, you are busy, and what you could do in here is actually use an AI agent and give him the order to sell Bitcoin when he reaches 70K. And for that, you are in comfort, okay? Because whenever the Bitcoin will reach 70K, it will sell your asset automatically, okay? So for that, this is how you could benefit of HCS. So how the early adopters will benefit by creating actual use cases that upgrades the traditional ways of communication to the next level. So this is how early adopters will benefit from that. Yeah, like a protocol. Exactly. How does the Hedera Consensus Service help ensure transparency and traceability of events? Yeah, of course. Sunny, since like Hedera Consensus Service is using like the consensus of Hedera, so it will inherit automatically all the criteria from the Hedera hash graph network, okay? The transparency, the tamper proofing, the security, all of that. Okay. So Hedera Consensus Service, you will be sending messages and topics that could trigger other actions along the Hedera network. Okay. So that's very important. Do we have, can we, yeah, I think that's all of the questions. What do you mean by communicating exactly? Yeah, I responded to that question. Okay, perfect. So, Yusuf, how do we solve this problem right now? Like, I don't know how to share my screen. Can I try maybe to log in with the application or something like that, or
Yeah,
maybe my phone?
or try to send me the link of the presentation. Maybe I'll share it by
Yeah, I
myself.
will be not sharing a presentation. I will be sharing the documentations of HCS-10. But I could send you the link, Yusuf, if you can share with me.
Now the
Okay.
documentation.
Yeah, it's not about the quality. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's something else. I'm sharing my screen, but it's not detecting it. Yeah.
Try to
So
do
this
it.
is the link, Yusuf, if you kindly share it with them. This is the documentation. It is very important
Okay.
because it will show us like how we can use like AI
Yeah,
agents that
absolutely.
uses HCS. Okay, and OpenConvey actually they created a standard called HCS-10 in order for AI agents to communicate between them. Like this is crazy, guys. Now we will be having AI agents communicating between
So
them. Like
can you
imagine,
see my screen, guys?
yes, we can see your screen. Yeah, like as I told you guys, do you remember like the supply chain example that I gave you? If we add open convey to the mix, okay, let's imagine together, like right now, like we use HCS, we solve the problem, but there's people using HCS, okay, or algorithm. Now, let's imagine if AI agents they are using HCS now. So if we add open convey to our mix of the supply chain example, imagine that instead of people managing the supply chain, now we have AI agents and they are the ones running the show. Like these AI agents, they are responsible for making decisions, like for example, ordering more stock from suppliers when inventory runs low, notifying the warehouse when product they are about to be shipped, managing delivery routes based on real-time data. Like for example, if there is traffic or the weather is bad or something like that, these AI agents, they have all the data, they send messages, they communicate between each other, and they trigger actions. Okay, so each AI agents might be interacting with different parts of supply chains, which are other AI agents, and they need to make secure real-time decisions. Um, and they are using HCS for that. Okay, but we mentioned earlier like a problem of communication in the HCS, that like we have a big pool of messages, and in order to know what messages is mine, so I need to fetch it. Okay, but if we create a standard, we could make life easier. Okay, and that's why we created HCS-10, which is a standard for AI agents in order to communicate between them. Okay, very important. If you go to the open convey, if you just
I'm
scroll
already there.
down a bit, yeah, scroll down a bit. Yeah, these are the author specifications. Yeah, architecture overview. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
important. Yes. So as you can see in here, like HCS-10 OpenConvey extends the HCS2 standard, Advanced Topic Registries, and as you see here, we have HCS2, which is another standard, guys. So the HCS-10, which is a standard, is using another standard to make other communication with other parties in order to create a network where AI agents can discover and interact with each other. So we have different components in here. We have AI agents, okay? AI agents, very important. They are autonomous entities with Hedera accounts. We have registry, which is an HCS2 topic or message, okay? Whenever you see topic, you could like replace it with message, okay, for your understanding, okay, with an option of implementing HIP 991, which is a standard of Hedera, not of HCS. Okay, I know that can be a little bit confusing, but bear with me, guys. Serving as a directory of registered agents, we have questions in here. I think. Yeah, we'll read the questions later. How does the Hedera Consensus Service help ensure transparency? Yeah, I already read this question. Can you explain HIP 991? Okay, HIP 991, it is a standard. Do you remember when we talked about ERC 721, okay? Or ERC 20 or ERC 1155? All of these, they are standards. Yusuf, could you go to Google, for example, and try to look for different standards of HIP
Yeah,
or
sure.
ERC? Let's start with ERC. ERC ERC standards. Exactly. List. ERC standards list.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are standards, guys. We have ERC 721. If you click on it, it will show you that it is the standards for non-fungible token. We have ERC
Yeah, we also have
777.
another famous one, which is the
Yeah,
ERC20.
ERC
So yeah,
20. It is the
the most
most like
popular token development
yeah.
standard, actually.
ERC20, they are like fungible tokens, like for
Yeah,
example,
absolutely.
Ether or Bitcoin, or they are fungible tokens, okay?
Yeah,
We have a lot of standards actually. We have a lot of standards actually. If you scroll down a bit, we
yeah.
have even more. ERC 1155,
We have like
ERC
12 standards, I
661.
think.
Yes, there is a lot of standards. So every chain,
Absolutely.
they have their own standards in order to communicate. Okay, and actually, HIP is the standards of Hedera. Okay, because Hedera is a chain and Ethereum is a chain. Okay, they are like you could compare them to two different words who talk different languages, even though Hedera is EVM compatible, but it is not the point. But you could compare them like that. Okay, so every chain, they have their own rules and their own standards because it really depends on the technology they are using. The technology they are using, like Hedera is using, is very different from Ethereum. Okay, so they have their own standards. Okay, so that's what a standard mean. Okay, a standard is we need to standardize something in order to communicate properly. Okay. Our standard in this room is to communicate in English. English is our standard. We need to set a standard that all of us will talk in English in order to communicate with each other. Okay. If everyone talks in his own language, we cannot communicate. Because if you can talk in French, probably I won't understand you because I am an English speaker, okay? So we need to agree that we talk the same language in order for us to communicate. Standards, they are the same thing when we talk about decentralized applications and algorithms and like these kinds of things, especially like algorithms, they need a standard, okay? They need a standard in order to communicate, okay? So that's what a standard means. I hope I
Right.
answered to your question. Thank you anyways for the question. Let's return, I guess, to the
Yeah, sure.
documentation that is so important. Okay, let's do a quick recap. So we said that there is like five different components, in the HCS-10 Open Convey architecture. We have the AI agents. These are autonomous entities with Hedera accounts. They can interact, send messages, and perform tasks on the Hedera network. Okay. Each AI agent they has its own Hedera account, which is used to register and send slash receive messages. Okay. So this is the purpose of AI agents. We have the second component, which is the registry. This is a directory where all registered AI agents are listed. You could think of it like a ledger, okay? So in that ledger, we have the list of all AI agents that are listed in there, okay? It uses another standard, which is the HCS2 topic for managing this registry, which ensures that only authorized agents they are able to join the network. And optionally, HIP 991, which is the standard, it can be implemented for fee collection purposes. Agent topics, which is the third component, these topics they actually represent the inbound and outbound communication channels, and I will explain that in details. Okay, so that will allow AI agents to communicate with each other. The inbound topic is where agents receive messages, and the outbound topic is where they send their response. Okay, it's very simple, guys. If you think in this way, so we have inbound topics or inbound messages is where agents receives messages, and the outbound when they send their response. Okay, let's move on to the fourth component, which is the connection topics. These are private communication channels between two or more agents because in order to communicate, we need to create a channel. Like when we messages each other on WhatsApp or on Telegram, we need to create a channel. Either a private channel where two people they are involved or a private group, okay? Where a number of people is involved. Okay, so that's what is connection topics. So we need to create channels between two or more agents. The connection topic it ensures that messages between agents they are secure and not exposed to other agents in the network because security is key in here. Okay, and especially in use cases like supply chain. Okay, so it's very important to create secure channels. And the fifth and the last component, which is the profiles, and the profiles actually contain standardized information about each AI agent. Do you know why I said standardized, guys? Because we need a standard in order to communicate with each other. Like, if you want this information to be readable by other agents, you need to follow the standard. Okay? It's very important. It's very, very important that you follow a standard. Okay? The HCS 11, by the way, is another standard for profile standards. Okay? And it ensures that agent profiles are consistent and standardized, making it easier for agents to recognize and trust each other when communicating. So the HCS 11 is a profile standard. Like I could, we can agree with each other, guys, that Whenever we present ourselves, we need to say the name, the full name, the address, and the job. That's it. We say only these four. If you say less or more, you are not following the standard, and I cannot understand you. Okay, this is an example. Okay, so HCS 11 is a profile standard. Euh... Merci Babadou, merci. Bon, je peux parler en français, mais voilà.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sure.
Visual of yeah. This is the yeah, the architecture. If you could, yeah, scroll down a bit. Yeah, if you could like zoom out,
Sure, yeah.
Yusuf, because the so zoomed in. Yeah, exactly like that. Okay. As you can see, guys, the architecture looks very difficult, but yeah, I was explaining that it's very easy. Like there are agents communicating between each other with messages. That's it. These messages will trigger actions, and these actions is actually yeah, talking to LLMs. Okay, that will provide you with answers. Okay, so it's very simple. We have the inbound topic, okay, which is the inbound topic, as I already explained. It is where agents receives messages, and we have the outbound topics where they send their answer or response, okay. And we have the AI agents, which is an account, a Hedera account. Okay, so it has his own wallet, his own balance, address, etc. Okay, so I hope it is clear. If you have any questions, please let's do a quick Q&A. How does Hedera? Yeah, I already responded to
Please,
that.
guys, don't hesitate to ask any question you have.
Overrated, I think. That's overrated. Python is perfect. Sure. Yeah. Do you have questioning, guys? Is this clear for you? I know I could move like fast, but please, guys, if you don't have any hesitation, if you want to ask a question or something like that, or you feel lost, yeah, we could do another recap if you want. Okay, it's very important, especially if you are using like AI on your Hedera use cases. Like you need to understand this. Like this is your gateway to AI. Like in order to use AI, you need to use HCS 10. Okay. In order to create AI agents, you need to use HCS 10. It is the standard for AI communication. Yeah, Yusuf, there is someone who is requesting to speak. I don't know. You could.
Okay, I'll check and give him the permission. Is it mathematics, right?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Good day. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello,
how you doing?
how are you?
I'm well. How's everyone doing?
We're doing
Yeah, I'm
great,
doing
thanks.
great.
All right. My name is Mukundi. Nice to meet you. I'm from South Africa. I just wanted to have a recap about the standard again that we'll use for integrating with AI.
Okay, okay, buddy. Okay, listen to me. We have like humans, okay? Okay, me and you, we are human. We are agreed on that, right?
Yes,
So in order to communicate with between each other, we need to create a standard, which is an obvious standard, which is speaking English. Okay, if I see you in the
yes. It's
street,
like an agreement
you
that we can understand each other.
yeah, that's my first intention is to say hello and not marhaba or bonjour, okay? Because yeah, English is the standard, okay? It is like the language most spoken in the world, okay? So that's the standard that I will use. Now
Okay.
imagine if we are agents or algorithms. Let's not talk about AI agents. Algorithms. We are binary, okay? We are binaries. We are
Yes,
code. Okay? We don't understand English. We don't understand French. We only understand binary, okay? So in here,
yes.
problem actually, because we need to create a specific standard between each other in order to comprehend what we are talking about. If, for example, I will send you
Mm-hmm.
a message with a key value pair, the key is, for example, message, the value is the message in itself. Okay. So this
Yes.
is the template what we will be using. If you, for example, send me a message, the key is not message, but the key is, I don't know, topic, for example, or reply, I will not
Uh-huh.
understand. I will not understand you because the key that we agreed on is MSG, message. If I don't see
So it's like a
message, I
passive.
cannot understand.
So it's like
Do
a
you see that?
password.
Yeah, it's like a password, exactly. It is like a password. We need to agree on a standard in order to communicate between each other as algorithms, okay? If, for example, you will send me your ID, okay? I will
Mm-hmm.
be, yeah, I will be expecting a name, a full name, etc., description, for ID, etc. These attributes. If you, yeah, I'm
Yes.
expecting these three, okay? Because let's say we suppose that we made a standard that in order to accept IDs, we expect these three attributes. If you send me other attributes, I won't understand you even though they are the same, even though like in order of writing full name, you wrote, for example, full space name. Yeah, I cannot understand you. We need to follow always the same standards in order to communicate between each other.
All right. I understand.
That's what a standard means. Like, as I told you, imagine a wallet. Like, wallets like retrieves tokens, right?
Yes.
And every tokens like they have their own name, okay? Like for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let's say you created a token, but
Uh-huh.
in order to write name dot Bitcoin, you wrote full name or title dot I don't know Bitcoin. I won't understand you. I won't read it. It's not a token for
Mm-hmm.
me, even though the code works as a token, but I cannot read it. So the wallet won't fetch your token because it doesn't follow the standard. And that's why we create standards for token, like for fungible tokens, for NFTs, in order for every application to understand it.
I understand.
Perfect, perfect. Which LLM
Very good.
available for the agents? Yeah, there is a lot of LLMs, buddy. Like Meta, like a lot of LLMs.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot. You could choose, by the way. Will there be some? Yeah, something like a schema template. Exactly. Will there be some practices in the training sessions, like creating agent that interacts with each others? Um, in the training sessions, yes. In this session, I don't think that we can like reach creating code,
Yeah.
but we could code with each other. I will give you links of demos like OpenCon. They made these demos. They are very like explanatory, and it is like step by step. You could follow them. Like it's very simple. I will send you the links, okay, guys. And if you have any question, we are very open to create other session where we could code together and try to make an AI agent together. It is very easy, guys. Trust me, it is not that hard. But yeah, the main session of today is to explain to you the HCS-10. Why I chose this approach to explain step by step, because it's very important to understand what is happening behind the scenes. Okay, I could like yeah share with you my screen and yeah show you how the agent works and share with you the code, and yeah you will not understand anything, or you will waste a lot of time trying to understand. But I chose this approach to go with you step by step and make you understand what is happening behind the scenes and what is an HCS and why HCS-10 and how they are using it. Okay, so HCS-10 is just a standard uh, in order for AI agents to communicate between each other. And since we created this standards, thanks to that standard, Now AI agents, they are able to communicate between each other. And just on this thought, like imagine the potential of AI agents being able to communicate between each other. Like you could create a lot of use cases, a lot of use cases, okay? Because the potential of agentic AI is huge, guys. It is huge. So yeah. Is there any other question?
No, not from my side, but thank you for answering my question.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot
you
for
are welcome,
joining us
guys.
on stage also.
Yeah.
We appreciate your
Uh,
interaction.
Thank you so much. Yeah, is there any other questions? We could continue, guys. I could show you how these standards work. Actually, it is very easy. You could see it in the documentation. If you browse already the link, you could see like how these templates they are made. Okay, Yusuf, if you please could share the your screen again.
Okay, right. Sure.
Thank you so much. Just showing folks like how these kind of things like they operate behind the scenes. We yeah, yeah. I will remember to share the link. Don't worry, and you will see it in action. Okay, I will see it in action. Yeah. Do you go back to the documentation, please? Yes. Yeah. Could you scroll a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, could you please make it white mode because it is not readable. I don't. I know, guys, you don't like dark mode, but it is not very readable to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't
I
work.
think
Cool.
it doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay.
it
Could you
happens.
please scroll a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, scroll more, just to show them a template. Like, yeah, scroll more, scroll. You will find a JSON. Like, you will find a JSON. Yeah, exactly. This is a standard, for example. Like, do you see, guys? Like, we need to follow this template. Okay, we need to follow this template. Like in order to send information we need to fill these, like it is like kind of a form, okay, that we need to fill. Okay, so we need to put name, the name of the agent, description, that's the description. Yeah. uh, the operator, the categories, the tags. So this is a registry metadata, guys. This is a registry. Do you remember like we explained to you like five different components? Okay, like the AI agents, the registry, the agent topic, the connection topics, and the profiles. This is the registry component, and the registry component is part of HCS-10. So it needs the HCS-10 standards in order to communicate. And this is the kind of topic that we expect when we want to register an AI agent. Okay, so this is the kind of template that we need to send in our topic. Okay. You got the picture, guys?
Is it clear for you guys? Please don't hesitate to interact in the chat so that we can know if it's clear or not for you.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, I will
Welcome.
give you guys an exercise actually that you could do. Yeah, whenever you want. Could you browse to Moonscape? Moonscape, Yusuf.
Yeah.
Moonscape is actually a platform that allows you to create an AI agents with no code, guys. You don't need to code. Okay, you can create your own AI agent and interact with it. Yeah, yeah, that you could do that. It is Moonscape. You could like go. Of course, you need a wallet. You need it's testnet, so don't worry, you won't be spending any money. Okay. Yeah. The second link. Yeah, you could type Moonscape Hedera. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
It
think
will
there
be
is a game
easier,
called
I think.
Moonscape. Yeah, that's the one
All
exactly.
right.
So
Yeah.
you only need guys to create to connect your wallet, create a profile. You can interact with different agents that are already created, and you could even create your own agent and interact with it. Okay, not only interact with it, you could like link it to your applications, and that's the crazy part. And that's where I rely on you guys to create like crazy use cases, like because this is like huge. Yeah, no, it's a little bit boring. The yeah, you need to
Yeah.
scroll down to the, yeah, scroll more, I guess. Yeah, a lot of terms and condition when we talk about AI agents, guy,
Oh,
because
good.
this is a very serious topic. So yeah, scroll down until the end of the, yeah, from theory. That's it. Yeah, yeah, it's weird. It's very long. It's very long, guys. Take your time to read it, by the way, if you want. Oh my god, it's taking so much time.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Okay, next. Yeah, you need to check all of these. I don't remember checking all of these when I start using. Yeah, great. Yeah, welcome
Guys,
to
as you
Open.
see at the top right, you have the place where you can connect your wallet. You need to be on testnet, right, Firas?
Yeah, yeah, it is testnet. It will detect
Yeah.
your wallet automatically, but you need like if you have Hashback or any other Hedera wallet, I recommend Hashback to be honest. Yeah,
I
it's a
also
personal
recommend it and I have it here.
recommendation. Like the user experience is so cool. So you could use it. Okay, connect your Hedera wallet. By the way, you could click on agents, Yusuf.
Yeah.
Okay, in here we should see some agents down below.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's the thing, guys. So, as you can see, we have human agents and AI agents. Okay, what do you think? And these agents, they are sending topics along the Hedera hash graph network. Okay, and they could communicate between each other. It's so fun. Like, yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, it's something very exciting for me when I see it because I'm very, very passionate, about robots fighting, and yeah, this remind me of these kinds of competitions. But yeah, it looks so so cool. But you could create your own agent, like you like click on register, Yusuf, like it's above
Yeah.
top right, yeah, register. And here, like after connecting your wallet, of course, you could create your own yeah, your own agent. Okay, if you are yeah, if you are a human, of course, you can put human and create your profile. If you want to create an AI agent, like you could select, you have the profile type, you could just click on AI agent and you could give him a description, and this AI agent will be operating. Okay, if we go just top Yusuf on the navbar,
Of course. Yeah.
we have chat actually. Yeah, for that you need to connect to wallet, but there is a chat very similar to chat GPT, guys, like as you can see in here. But the crazy part that these kind of things, they are happening behind the scenes, like not behind the scenes, like they are happening on chain. Okay, like for example, OpenAI, they are using their own databases, and yeah, it is centralized. But like Hedera, like OpenConvey, Moonscape, they are using Hedera, so all messages, they are encrypted and secure. Okay, and the cool thing that you could create your own AI agent. That's something very important because it
Yeah.
costs a lot of money to create an AI agent on like centralized services, but in here, like it is nearly like free. Okay, on testnet you could test it, of course, you could like interact, like you could put your AI agents like whatever you want. Like if you have an application of supply chain, you could like include your AI agents in it. If you have a medical like use case, you could also include like your AI agents, etc. Like the use cases, they are infinite for DeFi. Like for example, you could even create like an arbitrage application. Like imagine an AI agent listening for the prices of different tokens in different like pools, okay? And whenever the price like changes or something like that, and the agent spots an arbitrage opportunity, he will trigger the transaction automatically, okay? So he will buy from this pool and sell on the other pool and make you like win money, okay? Or gain money. So like this is, for example, a use case that you could use in DeFi, for example. And like the use cases, they are nearly infinite, okay? There is a lot of potential behind this technology, and thanks to OpenConvey, they made this very feasible on Hedera, okay? Because Hedera, like, they have very different technology, a very secure one as well, with the finality with 3 to 5 seconds, etc., etc.
Yeah,
And they made it
very
like very
fast.
feasible using like HCS 10 standards. And I invite you guys to read about these standards. I will send you right now some tutorial that will be very, very like useful for you. Like this is a tutorial like for MOONscape, okay? And this is like a full demo, so it will take a lot of time. But if you want us like to create for you a video, or maybe do another session where we can code together, please guys feel free. You could ask to Amin or Talal or any one of the team, and I will provide you this session, okay? Are all the sessions on YouTube? Yeah, probably Yusuf or Talal could answer this question.
Yeah, we usually upload the records on our YouTube channel. I already shared the link with you guys, and I mean, just shared it right now. Okay.
Is this agents that we create on Moonscape? Of course, you can make it
Yeah.
private, buddy. Okay, you always have the like the opportunity to make like private AI agents or public AI agents. Like yeah, it's your call. Yes, please. And for the live coding session, yeah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
We could schedule this. I'm very open to do it, guys. Okay, but bear with me. It will be a long session. Okay, it will be maybe a 2 hour or 1 hour and a half session, or maybe 2 hour. 2 hour will be good because we will be coding together. And yeah, I will be fixing like probably or debugging with you some problems, guys. So probably this will take a 2 hours. So yeah, we could schedule that. Yes, 100%.
Santa,
But yeah,
Sorry.
I just wanted to ask, is this recording, is the recording of this session available
Yeah,
also?
absolutely. We are recording this session, and you'll find the recording on our YouTube channel. So you can find the link of our YouTube channel in the chat. Okay. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
yeah. For Augustine, she said, must we use Moonscape or can yeah, whatever you want, guys. Okay, you could like do your own thing like from scratch. There is like GitHub repos, like yeah, these GitHub repos, they are very cool, by the way, if you want to check them. Okay, there is like Hedera agent kit. Okay, you could create your own agent. Okay, this one is also cool. Eliza plugin Hedera. Okay, these are like um Hedera like GitHubs where you could build your own thing from scratch. Okay, you could like there are plugins that you could use them and implement them on your project and create your own agents. Okay, if you want to try this maybe on Moonscape, you could do that too. Okay, you could just go with no code, just filling forms. Okay, putting the name of the agent, etc., etc., and you could try your own AI agent. It will be cool, like seeing it operating on chain, and yeah. And the cool thing that this is like you could test this on testnet. Like usually these kinds of applications, they are not free. Okay, you need to pay real money in order to test them. Like this is on testnet, so that's very cool, I think. Thank you so much, guys. If
Yeah.
there is no further questions, I think we can close the call. We already 1 hour.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
I
We're
hope you understood like the whole story behind standards, HCS, how like agents communicate and how we made them able to communicate, etc., etc. And sorry again, guys. I wasn't able to share my screen. I don't know what happened, but we managed to.
No problem. I saved you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
So
guys.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I will
thanks
leave
a
the
lot,
last word to
Firas,
you.
for joining
Thank
us,
you so much.
and thanks everyone for joining us. Actually, so we've wrapped up our second session in the Hedera training session, diving deep into high throughput event systems. So we learned about HCS-10, which is the Hedera Consensus Service, a standard for AI agents, as Firas said, to communicate between each others. I hope you gained a comprehensive knowledge about it. We also navigated through MOONscap, a decentralized portal for trustless AI agent communication built on Hedera HCS, of course. So it powers Open AI, allowing developers to design, develop, and connect AI agents. Huge thanks to all of you for showing up, engaging, asking questions, and being part of this growing ecosystem. I will now ask you to join us again next Friday, right here on this training stage, same time, same place, as we continue pushing deeper into the Hedera stack and real world use cases. So you won't want to miss it. Stay curious, stay building, and see you next week, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please, before closing the session, I want to answer like the question of Tessa. She said, "Why we need to connect the wallet? Are we gonna get paid?" No, no. Actually, the wallet is like your signature. Okay, it proves like you are actually. And I won't like take this example, but yeah, it is like your signature. Okay, you need to connect your wallet in order for you to send topics. Okay, when you send topics, you pay transactions. Okay, you are paying. Yeah, you are sending transactions, and in order to send transactions, you are paying gas fees. Okay, so since you are on testnet, yeah, you will be paying test tokens. Okay, but you need to connect your wallet in order to pay transactions, the fees of transaction, which they are nearly feeless. Believe me, guys, they are nearly feeless. They are like cheaper than any LLM existing on the industry. Like, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much and have a nice weekend. And we will plan with you guys another session, yeah, coding session, that's for sure, okay? But please, guys, try to use the tools that I already sent you. Do your own research and let's have another rich, maybe, session with the richer
Absolutely. Yeah.
information. And you will be very ready, I think, for coding. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.